Much respect for everybody who could get posts out 10 posts a day. I think that is awesome. I can barely get one post out a week. I mean, shout out to all y'all grinding hard on the social media. Anywho, February's over, and let me just say, Black History Month was kind of tough for me. I don't know about tough, but I'm just saying it was very emotional because I mean, for the most part, yeah, I was forwarding all of the inventions and things that black people have contributed to the United States and our civilization, and it was awesome to see. And of course, it's always good to know. Unfortunately, it only happens in February, but be that as it may. But the last weekend of February was really gut wrenching. I mean, I try not to go to like all of the movies about slavery and watching that brutality and just our people, what we endured and all of that. I mean, I know the history. I don't have to be reminded. Others might need to have that education, and I know how much we've all been through. And I mean, obviously, I'm here today, so I know the struggles of being black in modern day, but I can only imagine. And so, on that note, I went to see Dawood Bey exhibit at the Virginia Museum of Fine Arts, and the name of the exhibit was Elegy. So it was just during the month of February, but it was a three, I don't know how you would say, three segments of documenting or depicting the enslavement of our people from the enslaved person's perspective. Like, it was very film noir, and it was shots of what it would have been like to sit on the porch of one of those slave shacks and look out and wonder, if there was something beyond that. And then when they've decided to leave the comfort, if you can say, of the known to go out into the unknown to try to seek freedom, what that looked like when they were looking back at their shacks, what it looked like as they were ducking along in the dark, and the different landmarks that they were given for the Underground Railroad. And that was interesting. In the next segment, there was a segment on them coming into Virginia, here in Richmond, just blocks away from where I live. They walked up from the James River and into Shockoe Bottom to await shipment to other parts of the other colonies. And when they escaped going to, when my people escaped going to Ohio, Cleveland, and just them trying, probably seeing Lake Erie for the first time. It looked like an ocean, and still deciding, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do it because I can't go back. I mean, it was just gut wrenching. I mean, from the moment you walked in, and the way that they had the exhibit, you were surrounded by the pictures, and then they had a like a video with the sound of shackles and moaning. Oh my God! Needless to say, it was very very emotional exhibit. And then, uh, what else did I see? Black history. I went to the Jamestown settlement, and it's not Black history per se, but it was like the Native American Powhatan tribe, how they lived, how the settlers lived. Just seeing how we came to this part of the earth and the things that were done to people to take over, and just the brutality of the founding of this country is just, I don't know, it's a lot. And then lastly, I did go to something uplifting. I went to the Hampton Black Film Festival. And I mean, friend of mine, shout out to Patrice Coleman. She did the makeup for a wonderful movie, Superman Doesn't Steal. Um, Tamika, I should know your last name, but I'm sorry. But Tamika starred in it, directed it, wrote it, and that was super good. So it was good to see people accomplishing things. And then we went to see Origin, another tearjerker, by Ava DuVernay. Good, good, but don't think you're going there and you're going to walk out dry-eyed, because you're not. And yeah, the origins of what we call racism were explored, because how can it be racism if it even is the same kind of treatment ethnic groups do to each other? So that was interesting. I believe Origin, the title, had something to do with the origin of the Holocaust was actually Jim Crow laws in the United States, which I knew about a couple years ago, but I find it interesting that people just think about the horrors of the Holocaust, and it was horrible. But the fact that the Germans got all of their notes and studied the American Jim Crow laws to develop it, I mean, when people say, "Can't you all get over it?" Guess not. So yeah, Black history. Uh, it was tough. But we're here, yay! And we're surviving and we're flourishing and thriving. So keep up the good work, Black people and people of color. Whoop whoop. You're awesome.